I know there will be so many assistants that are watching this now thinking there is so much more I can do and there is so much more value that I can add. Can you give any advice, Kirsty, if we start with you, can you give any advice on how assistants can go for it? How they can add more value in the workplace, potentially when they haven't been seen yet or they haven't showed the value that they can add?
Yeah, I think as a system, we need to remember that we pretty much need to ask the question, have the answer, and pretty much by the time we're doing that, they already have done half of the work to actually deliver. So you want to add value. You can't just turn up to your manager's office and say, I would like to add more value. You should pretty much turn up to that, right, I see that your goals are here. We're struggling to deliver this. This is my suggestion of how we're going to do that. And by the way, I've actually already started working on this one. So it's kind of the work is done, and they start to give you more permission to take on these challenges. It's because they see that you are proactive, you are thinking, you're understanding the business, and that is what you as a business partner can really add to them. So we can't be really entitled to immediately people think that, oh yeah, here's a challenge for you. You need to build that trust, and you do that trust by doing things and showing that this is already what I've done. So I would say have the conversation with your manager and see where they are, do the planning, do the work. You have to save time, you have to put a lot of time in it, and this is the way you can do it.
I think that's so true, isn't it? You have to do the work as an assistant. You can't just rest on your laurels that these things are going to come to you. I know that is the case of so many other professions where, you know, if you're an accountant or a solicitor, for example, you know that you are going to be given a lot of work, but with an assistant, you have to work harder. I think that's just the reality of it. Abby, would you agree? Is there anything that you would add to what Kirsty said?
Yeah, I mean, excellent points, and I would agree with what you've both just said. Actually, that you know, if we were in sales, then our abilities would be measured about how much thing we're selling, how much money we bring in, how much difference we make. It would be measurable, but because we almost have an immeasurable job, and a lot of it is silent. You know, they don't see it. They reap the rewards of it, but they don't see the process. So I think building relationships is something that is incredibly useful at this stage. It will help you develop your role when people get to know what you are capable of achieving, and you can do this by telling them. You know, there's no harm in that, and I think enough EAs don't sing their praises loudly enough, and I think displaying self-confidence, doing the best job you can do, very much. I also believe though that you only ever have to prove something to yourself, never to anyone else. So don't do something because you're hoping it will impress someone else. Do something because you care and you want to do it, and you impress yourself by doing it. You know, if it's that extra project because one day that will go on your CV and that might be the clincher of getting you that new role, by all means go for it, but don't do it hoping to get recognition from somebody, because if you don't get it, you'd be so disappointed.
I absolutely agree with that.
Valuable.
Just like you are your main appraiser. Absolutely.